Hi, everyone. Um, Good afternoon, and welcome to another edition of HISF mini webinar. And today, I'll be looking into DAAD scholarships in Germany. My name is Kehinde Salami, a graduate student at the University of Oldenburg, and also a recipient of the scholarship here in Germany. So today, I have three agenda, which I will be a major agenda which I'll be discussing today, and goes thus. And so first, I'll be talking about DAD itself, the goals and the different tasks of the scholarship. And secondly, I'll be looking at the university and different scholarship repositories. That is where you can get to find the scholarship. And thirdly, I'll, I'll be going deep into the different DAD scholarships that are available in Germany, and also I'll look at okay different application documents. You agree with me that different scholarship with different application document, although there are some of all these documents that are kind of similar from program to program. And I'll be going deep into the EPOS scholarship. That EPOS scholarship is very well known, that scholarship, and with interesting programs. I'll be going into that also, and also we have the PhDGermany scholarship for those that are interested in applying directly for PhD programs, and then we have a Q&A session. Yeah, just stay with me and let's um, let's ride together. So first of all, the DHADI, it's a short abbreviation which is known as the German Academic Exchange Service. You might be wondering that the abbreviation doesn't go along with the English. So the DHADI is actually the German. It's the abbreviation is from the German name and not from the English name. And it's called the German Academic Exchange Service. And DAD is the world's largest funding organization in the world that's supporting over 100 German international students, scholars around the globe yearly on a yearly basis. So you agree with me that they have so many scholarships varying from short programs to long-term programs to knowledge exchange programs, so many. But fortunately, not everybody knows about this scholarship, and they get to miss it, and very limited people enjoy it, especially from our part of the world. And also, um, that is also a very big organization here in Germany, and it has its own fund from the majorly from the German government, and also they also have funding from other European Union and some other member states, and number of enterprises, organizations within Germany, and some donors. But majorly they are funded by the German Federal Foreign Office, which they get their budget, which they get their budget from. And also the DAS scholarships, majorly their aims are graduate, doctoral programs, and for different study and some research programs. So irrespective of what you want, you find it not so common to see undergraduate programs funded by DAD. It's actually out of their scope, but mostly they fund graduate and doctoral programs. And the general stipend which they have is okay 934 currently, 934 euros, and for graduate, and 8,200 for doctoral programs. Although these are like they are like the least amount which you can earn. There are other benefits that comes with it in terms of travel allowances, research, health insurance, housing, and lot of that. And so it's a very interesting program and a very interesting scholarship, and you always find it very um, worthwhile. So, what are the goals and tasks of DAD? Like I said earlier, different scholarship with their different purposes. So, DAD has like is structured into three main goals, like this: looking at scholarship for the best, that is, they want to bring the best brain to Germany and give them quality education so that you can go back to your home country to impact this knowledge which you've acquired. And sometimes it might just be to develop a technology that will also be good for advancing the world technology for them, and also whichever where you intend to practice. And um, and also, one of their major goals is structures for internationalization. That is, they also give out these scholarships sometimes in order to develop international structures for improved research and education quality. That is not only for themselves, but in terms of international knowledge and international exchange, and also foster partnership to address future challenges. Like, as we know now that global warming, is a very important challenge which we all face, and different institutions around the world, they also fund different projects. So DAD is also one of those funding organization that also support researchers in the working in the area of the climate change, global warming, and lots of that. So they also they also fund programs in that category, and also expertise for academic collaboration. So different organization, different countries also use this medium for knowledge exchange, like between Nigeria and Germany. They also have this kind of relationship whereby they bring in students from Nigeria, and which also fortunately to be one of them, and to acquire top-notch education. Then when you're done with your studies, you have the opportunity to go back home and also implement some of the knowledge which you've also acquired here. So to the next, so universities are scholarship repositories. So I don't know the scholarship that I can apply for. So this is always like a challenge sometimes when I hear, okay, I don't know scholarship to apply for, and should I just apply to that? That is a bit difficult. So what I usually say is that there are sometimes you don't know where to look at, and you kind of look at the wrong direction sometimes. So this is also very important. You need to know where to look at. So that's why I've included these repositories. I have two, which first is the university repositories, where you have so many, almost all the programs here in Germany. You have it there, and there are also scholarship repositories. So within this university repository, so after some slide, I'll be sharing my windows so that I can show you. But the link has also been attached to this slide. The slide will also be attached to the description on the YouTube channel, so you can always have access to that, to the slides, and make use of that. So first is the German University Repository. This is a repository that contains almost over 22,000 programs here in Germany. So depending on what you want, you just need to use the filter section to, okay, the programs you want, is it, and the course of language, the type of language, or the location. So you can filter it depending on what you actually want. And the second one is the scholarship repository. For this second scholarship repository, you have so many scholarships that are available, but it depends. Like, as you can see here, there are over 175 scholarship options that are currently available, depending on what you want. So I used Nigeria as a search, and you can see if I use Nigeria, then it changes. Then you can see that there are so many scholarship which you can actually benefit depending on your country. You can just, okay, use Nigeria, filter that, then use the study program which you also want to also filter filter that. Before I go forward, I'm going to be um share what I mean by for the repository. So you can see here, this is the programs. These are the different, the repository for over 22, you see here, over 22,000 programs that are available here through this link which you can apply. So the link is also in the slide, so you will always get that. So depending on the program I want, I can just come here and just search. And first of all, what kind of program do I want? Is it an undergraduate or a graduate program? Is a graduate program, I click graduate. You see that it's it's filter my search to over 10,508. And depending on, okay, my course of study, what is the field I want? I want in engineering sciences. I filter that forward. The degree I want a master's. Like, okay, let's assume I want to come here to. You see that is now my filter is now to around 8,800. The type of institution, this might not really so much matter. I wanted to search across all institution. And location, I'm not so specific with the location, so I want it in any part of Germany. But the language, I want only those ones in English language and not in German. So it's make my filter down to 383. So I have to out of all these to now filter anyone related. So let's assume my specialization, let's say renewable energy, or yeah, renewable energy. So I just search with renewable energy. If you are in, let's say, biochemistry, you just come in, you had biochemistry, then so you see my search now. I have over 20. I have 20 study program which I can readily apply for as because I'm interested in renewable energy management. So now you see technology, arts, sciences. This is TH on call. So renewable energy management is a 4 semester program and it's in English language. So I can apply a renewable energy systems. This is in Ingolstadt, in technical auction Ingolstadt. It's a 3 semester program. So with this, I have over 38 programs which I can readily, which I know that I can apply to. And I need to know, okay, maybe the cost of application, the cost of is it tuition free or I need to pay, and I can easily check for through this. And from here too, I can just know it will just take me to the websites of what I actually want. See European Master Course in Renewable Energy. So you can easily just use this to your good advantage. So that's how you check for different programs here in Germany. So moving on to the different scholarships. So this link is also attached to the webinar, to the PowerPoint. So you can always also check it within the PowerPoint. So here, a repository for different scholarships here in Germany, finding scholarships in Germany. So yeah, I'm a Nigerian. So if I first remove this search and just reload my page, you see I have, if I remove this and tell it to just reload, you see with reloading, I have over 175 without using filter of Nigeria. Then using filter for Nigeria, then I'm down to 40 scholarships. So these are 40 different scholarships which someone coming from Nigeria is eligible to apply. So it now depending on what you actually want. Okay, like now this study means that I want a study program like normal master's program without fully research. But if I want something that is in research, I'll just say, okay, I want research, doctorate, or PhD, you see, and I can refine my selection. You see, I refine my selection. It brings out over 58 different scholarship options for your selection because I've changed it to now I want research program. So if you want a PhD or you want a master's by research, or so this is kind of a filter which you use depending on program or this thing. So the subject is now like, okay, your area of specialization. Let's assume I'm in mathematics or natural sciences. Then I know I have to click on, then refine my search based on this requirement. See, I have 48 different scholarship options. So these are what you can normally do for you to filter your search and also see the different programs. And for those ones that they are only DAD funded, as you can see from this left-hand side of the screen, there are only DAD funding programs. That is only DAD that is funding them fully. You can just click on this filter on this box and research and refine it. Yeah, so now I have 11 programs. That is my subject area is in mathematics and natural sciences. Then I have, and I want only those ones that are DAAD funding programs only. So I just pick that, and I have 11 options. Then I get. But if I say, okay, I want it in general, that is all of them, including those ones that DAD is in partnership, that they are not the one funding fully, bring everything together. And I have 40, 48. So you can easily see that. And so back to the PowerPoint. So now to the next agenda. These are the scholarships that are in Germany. Like I showed earlier. Currently, there are over 175 scholarships options depending on your country, your field of study, your interest. So you can always kind of filter all this depending on what you actually want. So first of all, so I created some of the scholarship which someone coming from Nigeria can readily apply for them. Someone coming from Nigeria can readily apply for them. And so the first one is okay. That's the that EPOS scholarship called the Development Related Postgraduate Courses. Second is the Edmund Schmidt program. It's a master's scholarship for public policies and good governance. There's also the Leadership for Africa program scholarship that's specifically for people from Chad, Democratic Republic of Congo, Nigeria, and Togo. So it's only a master's degree program. And you also have the Nigerian German postgraduate training program um, for masters and PhD. This goes through the PTDF scholarship awardees. And also we have the study scholarship, postgraduate studies in the field of fine arts, designs, visual communications, and film. So if you happen to be in this area, you can easily apply for the scholarship. And also, yeah, from Nigeria. Although if you are from, let's say, Ghana, from Togo, or Kenya or Ethiopia, you can always use the filter section which I showed earlier to know the programs which you can readily apply to. And also we have, okay, the research grants, which are doctoral programs in Germany. In Germany, we have some research grants, 1 year grants for doctoral candidates, and we have the research grant for short-term grants. We have the DAAD research scholarships. We also have the research stays for university academics and scientists, which is also one of the scholarship also available. So I'm going to be going deep in using the subsequent slide to go deeper into all these different scholarships. So first of them is the DAAD EPOS scholarship. So this is the scholarship which I won during my time, and I must say it's a very life changing scholarship, and it's a fully funded scholarship. In fact, you get everything you want from it, and I tell you, it's something you once you see your course of study or what you want to be in part of the listed programs, then definitely try as much as possible to apply, put in your best. You always get something out of it. So first is the DAAD EPO scholarship. Like I said, it's a developmental scholarship, and it offers foreign graduates from development and newly industrialized countries. It's a 2 year program. Most of them are 2 years program. Who can apply for this scholarship? Definitely, it's for graduates, but graduates with at least 2 years of professional experience. That is, for those countries that are eligible, because not all countries around the world are eligible. For those countries that are eligible for this program, for this specific scholarship, you must have at least 2 years of professional work experience. That is, you must be in a field of, let's say, like for me, okay, I'm in field of renewable energy. You must have at least 2 years of professional experience in your field. Although it might not be specifically in that field of, but it should be something related. Like, okay, you have an interest in, let's say, something energy, but you are in teaching. That doesn't really correlate. But if you happen to have you can find somewhere that's a bit related to energy, but it might not be 100% energy, but it's in formal setting. Because the reason is that while you're applying for this scholarship, you'll be asked to provide proof of work experience. And this proof of work experience have to show that, oh, you've worked in this in this industry, or you've worked in this organization for up to 2 years. So they want to see that track record of, okay, you've done this and you've actually worked for up to 2 years after your graduation from the university. So, and the duration is always between 12 to 42 months, because, yeah, there are some master's program and there are also some PhD program in this that EPOS scholarship. Um, and you can spend up to, some of them are just 12 months, and some are 2 years, some are up to 34 years for the scholarship. And for the value of the scholarship, like I said, basically for it's common with all the scholarship. The basic monthly payment, I mean stipend, is 934 euros, and for PhD 1,200, which also come with other benefits. So I've attached the link also, and where you can go and read. You can check in full details when some of this program. And currently, as of today's 31st, 30th of September. So you will always, some of them are closed already, but I think many of them, most of them close um, mid October. So it's something you can still make use of the opportunity that is available. Second is the Edmund Schmidt program. This is a scholarship for those in public policies and good governance. If you happen to be in this group of students, so definitely you want to apply for this scholarship. Trust me, you want to apply for them. And so it's um it's also a 2 year program, but not all of them are 2 years program. But you should have relevant work experience, also up to 2 years experience, because they are more of like a developmental program, and you should be mostly related, your work experience should be related to the social, political, economic development, good governance, public policies, and the like. So you want to have those things highlighted in your application, in your profile, because these are the things that can sell you to the selection team. And also they run between 12 to 24 months for all the different master's program. And so I have also added the link where you can also check for when it's opens. So the next one is the Leadership for Africa program. For this is usually for those from Chad, DR Congo, Nigeria, Togo, and so if you are from any of this country, you can apply. But the good thing about this scholarship is that um, you can apply to any program you want in Germany, but it must be a program that doesn't require you to submit a tuition fee, to pay tuition fee. So irrespective of what you want to do masters in, you just need to look for a school that program does not require you to pay tuition fee. Aside from that, you are good to go. Just apply, you get the admission, you apply for the scholarship. You are fortunate to get it, then you surely be awarded the scholarship. And so, like I said, it's for graduates from these specific countries, and it's only for master's program. That is maximum duration will be 24 months, and the stipend are like every other scholarship. So for this year, applications closed already. In fact, some people that applied are already getting invites for interviews, and so you can always prepare yourself ahead if you happen to be doing your NYC, or yeah, in your final year. So just you can just note this down and keep applying. So this doesn't require you to have up to 2 years of experience. So that's just a good thing. You can finish from the university today, and the application comes out tomorrow. You can apply as far as you are from these countries, and you can get a course that doesn't require you to pay tuition fee. So that's the good thing about it. And there's also the Nigerian German postgraduate training program. It's a master's and PhD program, and but it's a bilateral relationship between a scholarship that involves relationship between Nigerian government and the German government. So for you to be eligible for this particular scholarship, you must have been pre-selected by PTDF. So there's this PTDF scholarship, that's the Petroleum Development Fund program, Petroleum Trust Development Fund program in Nigeria. So where it's PTDF is an organization in Nigeria, so by the Nigerian government. So they fund students to travel abroad in certain countries. But so they have this relationship with the German government also, that is the DAAD. So for you to be able to come to Germany with DAAD, you must have been pre-selected by PTDF. So you just apply for PTDF scholarship. You get the PTDF, then you also apply with the DAAD component, so that you also get the DAAD components with your PTDS. So this makes like life so easy for you to move to Germany. You get your visa at instance, like within a short period of time, within a month, you get your visa and you are good to go to travel to Germany. And you also get so many benefits that you get other benefit that an ordinary PTDF scholarship will not get. So you want to also make use of this. And so it runs between some for masters. There's the masters part. There's also the PhD part. So you can do the masters for up to 2 years and the PhD for up to 4 years. So depending on how long you want to, and the benefits, the stipend are also nice, which um, it's a fully funded offer, definitely. So you get a lot from it. And so to the next one, we have the research grant. We have the 1 year term grant. I also have the short-term grant. So this scholarship is basically for PhD students and postdoc junior researchers. And the 1 year grant is usually between 7 to 12 months. And for the for the short-term grants, that's within 1 to 6 months. So definitely you can enjoy quite a lot from it on your movement to Germany. And so if you happen to be a researcher in Nigeria or in any part of Africa, and you find out that, oh, there's this program research I want to work in Germany, you can apply for this, maybe the 1 year one, alongside, okay, you are doing your PhD. You can just come and do some part of I know folks that have actually won the scholarship and they really had a good time coming to do some part of their scholarship here in Germany. You just have to look, okay, what is the lab I can use? I can do continue this my research I'm currently doing in Nigeria. You just need to look for a supervisor. You get a consent from that supervisor, and you know that what you are currently doing now, you can do it perfectly well in their lab. So apply, you get it, then you apply for the scholarship, then and definitely they can award you, and that will also stimulate your you also help you to get more knowledge and also help your research work. So the next one is the doctoral program. This is a fully funded PhD program, which you can also apply to in Nigeria, and the maximum 4 years. So this one you apply directly, and you also get so. And not that you apply directly, there's always um, uh, and a call for application for you to apply. Then from that, you apply for the scholarship, and definitely you can get it. But one thing is that your research must align with what you're applying into, and you should be able to make a mark in that research area, because you'll be doing some interviews with professors just to prove yourself. And there's the DLR, that research scholarship. This is also one of DLR is a very notable research institute here in Germany, where you can do research in different area and space, aeronautics, energy transportation, power systems. Also, it's within the energy institute. So you can do your research as a PhD student and as a postdoc, as a senior researcher. In fact, you can even get a full-time position with them as a researcher. So it's a very big institute here in Germany, and they are into a lot of research area, and they also pay quite well also. So it's very worthwhile. And so to the next segment, these are the application document for that application. So for that application, you need certain documents, and this document can vary depending on the program which you're applying to. And so, first of all, which are very common, your academic transcripts. This shows your the history from your undergraduate, like from your first year in undergraduate to your final year. And so you will need to show that your degree certificate that shows that you're already a graduate, or it could be your notification of results. And you also have to submit a motivation letter. So motivation letter is it's very important, not even quite important, very important, because this is where you demonstrate your purpose, your intent for the scholarship. And there's also your CV, where you that shows your history in 2 to 3 pages. I usually advise it to not be more than 2 pages at least. But for senior researchers, then you can maybe have three, because you must have done quite a lot in that field. Recommendation letter, they also ask you for recommendation letter, 2, 3, depending on program. There's also the DAAD form. It's a specific form which you might also need to fill and also submit to DAAD. There's also research proposal. For research programs, they will also ask you to submit research proposal. There's also proof of professional work experience. This is a document that shows you've worked from this for a certain number of months or certain number of years in that field. And yeah, some we also ask you to submit proof of English proficiency, but most of them will not ask you to submit TOEFL or IELTS. Your medium of instruction, because you're from Nigeria, and your medium of instruction in your university is definitely English language. So many of them might not ask you to submit a TOEFL or IELTS. But one thing I always advise is that try to do it if you have the means. Please try to do it, because it opens room, it allows you to apply for so many scholarships, and definitely you can benefit from that. You can benefit. So, and also if you have there are also published literatures which you can be asked to submit. And but this is common, like journals is common with when you're applying for, let's say, PhD. They want to see that, okay, you've done some things in the past, so let's see some of your papers. And for portfolios, probably for those in architecture, you might be asked to also submit that. And if you have other questions pertaining to documents and all, you can always use this link which I attached here. So let me go a bit into the EPOS scholarship. Like I said, it's a developmental program and scholarship program, and these are the list of all the scholarships programs that are under it, and you can easily access it through the link which I've attached there. There are different programs depending on your field of study. The documents which you need to submit, definitely you need your signed DAAD application form. The link is always on their application portal where you're applying to. There's also the CV which you need to submit, your letter of motivation. You need recommendation letter. But one thing about this recommendation letter is that they should have a letterhead. Definitely, they must have a signature. Sometimes they might not have this official stamp on them, but they should have a letterhead and they should have a signature. Then, if you can now have a stamp on it, then no problem. But they should be on letterhead and they should be signed. And also for certificate of employment, also this will show that, okay, you already have up to 2 years of relevant work experience after your bachelor's program. And also let it also be on a letterhead and also be signed either by your HR or probably your head of department. And language skills, Yes, if you have IELTS or TOEFL, submit that. But if you don't, just go to your university to ask for medium of instruction. Copies of academic degrees, definitely. You'll be asked to submit this. Your transcripts, you also need to submit this. Okay, and also, depending on the program you're applying to, they might ask maybe one or two other additional documents. So don't say these are the only things that they're going to be asking me to submit. So you always need to also read the call for application. You also need to always check the website and see if there's any other thing they want you to submit. And so always check. And this document that is also very important, the motivation letter. I always talk about this a lot because sometimes when I try to review some motivation letters, I keep repeating some corrections that will do this, do this. So I think it's better for me to just put it here so that you can, when you are writing your motivation letter next, you can um, check this PowerPoint and see, okay, these are some of the things I need to put there. One thing about motivation letter, you want to start very early and you don't want to rush the process. Your letter of motivation should not repeat your CV. They will always be looking at your CV. So you don't want to repeat what you have in your CV, in your motivation letter. And also, your dissertation must address key issues, very key issues. First, what is your existing professional experience that is okay? Or let me say, you want to have a problem which you want to that is in existence and you actually want to solve, or you want to be an agent of change. You must have a problem, like a kind of problem statement. You must state something. You might not state it verbally, like, but you must, in your writing, you must be able to state a problem. Because why do you even want to do this? Why do you even want this scholarship? Is it just for you to travel to Germany, take pictures, go to fine place? No, it has to be a problem you want to solve. They won't just give you taxpayers money for you to just come here and just, okay, just be taking picture, visiting nice places, museums, and the like. No, you must be that you want to learn. All those ones should be like after stuffs. Like it's not like they are not the primary objective. You want to come here to learn, to acquire knowledge. So definitely um you don't want to miss that in your motivation letter, because these are the things that will encourage your the selection committee to consider your application. And and you also want to talk about your professional experience in that field. How do you envision it benefiting your future studies? And some of the personal and professional objective you aspire to accomplish while you're in Germany, the knowledge you wish you to gain, and also professional aspirations. How do they align with your field of study? You must be able to illustrate this. You must also be able to illustrate your short-term and long-term goals. These are very, very important. You must be able to illustrate your short-term and long-term goals. And you must be categorical in terms of stating that, oh, you want to acquire this knowledge so that you can implement the knowledge which you've acquired, you can implement back home in your home country, because this is like the main reason why I've been sponsored. Not just that you want to travel forever. No, you must be willing to also go back to um, impact your knowledge. And you want to avoid cliches, overly ornate language, flattering statements. Just keep it simple, simple English, and trust me, you have a very good motivation letter. And also for the CV, these are some of the templates you want to also have, some of the information you want to provide in your CV. And so to the next, to our last agenda here is the PhD Germany scholarship. So this is a repository where you can have almost all the PhD programs that are available in Germany. There are some of them that are fully by DAD, but there are some of them that are partly by DAD, other by some other institutes. So um, the link will also be attached here, so you can definitely check it, and also benefit this interesting scholarship. And for the DAD, for the PhD program, I've also attached the link, and let me open it for you so you could see. For the PhD in Germany. This is the PhD in Germany scholarship. So depending on the scholarship which you actually want, you can also come here. This is the link. The link is also in the PowerPoint, which you also get. So you just need to look at, okay, the subject area which you want. Yeah, let me close this. Um, I want in agriculture and forest sciences. I click that, and for working language, I want only for English language. So as you can see here, there are only two programs that are currently available now for me to apply. So now you see, these are based on my research, based on my search, my filters. These are the two programs that are available for me to apply. So I just need to look, oh, there's a program, PhD Junior Researcher in Agriculture and Resource Economics. Yeah, this scholarship is at Technical University of Munich. So I just need to go to the website, and you see these are the different time span of the scholarship, the deadline. Today is the deadline as it is, and you can see these are the position, what they are financing. The working language is English. At least you must have a master's. These are the relevant area of study. So it's not like it's only when you study agricultural economics that you can apply. No, you just need to have maybe some knowledge in that area. See, if you've studied any of all these programs, you might be considered, because it's a PhD program. You're going to explore a lot while doing the research, and these are the description. So so you can see these are the required documents. There's just they only need your letter of motivation for this specific scholarship, your CV, some reports. Yeah, like I said, see, like this report now, if you've done a paper, you publish a paper, or you have a manuscript, you can easily attach it to your application and your certificate, and also your transcript. So these are what you can apply. And for the application, this is the link which you get information about the program. So irrespective of the program which you are applying to, you can always visit the filter, and always check what is available and what is not. And trust me, you always enjoy having to study under DAAD Scholarship. It's a very nice funding organization, and they do a lot, I must tell you. They also finance your language courses, and you also enjoy studying German language uh, at your various universities, whereby when you're done with your studies, you have your certificate, and you also have a foreign language to your Muttersprache. So it's very interesting. Yeah, that's so if you have any other question, if you have question, always put it in the comment section, and sometimes ask you could ask in the group. And thank you for the attention, and thank you, Sean. My name is Kehinde Salami. Thank you very much. See you some other time. Thank you.